Neo Geo games cost literally hundreds of dollars. Now, I'm not going to criticize a pricing plan with the benefit of almost 2 decades worth of hindsight. I don't know if that was a smart business strategy or not. What I do know is that if I would have paid hundreds of dollars for League Bowling, I would have League Bowled myself in front of a bus.
Hey, let's bowl!
Released for the Neo Geo in 1991, League Bowling has aged as well as a wheel of moldy Gouda. It's too simple, too crude, and just too limiting. A clear case of a game that long ago crossed the line between old school and old. And, for that matter, mold. There are 3 modes in League Bowling, none of which feel like a strike. In fact, the gameplay is virtually identical across all 3. The only difference is the way your game is scored. And this might not have been a problem if the gameplay were enjoyable, but the gameplay isn't enjoyable. In the wake of modern bowling games especially, League Bowling lacks any redeeming qualities that might have made it more than just a bumpy, unpaved trip down memory lane. You play League Bowling by adjusting a gauge. A line moves back and forth, and you have to stop the line at your desired throwing speed with a timely button press. Do the same for the other gauge that determines your throwing angle, and your spiky-haired cousin of Where's Waldo will send the ball rolling. That's literally all there is to League Bowling. Speaking of Waldo's buffer and slightly more eccentric cousin, he's the only playable character in League Bowling. He rolls the league by default. And while character selection in a bowling game isn't really a big deal, it helps further illustrate just how bare bones this game really is. You just stop a gauge over and over again with the same character, the same bowling lane, and the same awkwardly proportioned model telling you how to play. I gotta tell you, I'm tempted to just mark it 0, dude. As over the line as it may be to consider League Bowling a worthwhile purchase, the game does have a few multiplayer perks. You can play with up to 4 players, and like all the games that have been ported to the PlayStation Network as part of SNK's Neo Geo station, there's also online multiplayer. Obviously, that's a huge benefit for a game like League Bowling. That is, if you have friends who actually want to play League Bowling. You know, I hate to be so hard on a 20-year-old Neo Geo game, but the bottom line is there are 30-year-old sports games for the Nintendo Enter-freaking-tainment system that have more depth and current multiplayer appeal than this one. League Bowling was a thin package in 1991, but today, it's the video game equivalent of peeing on your rug.
Game set.